form does not go away.
Just be mindful of that. The way you're probably studying now is probably not the way you're going to be studying once you're in these nursing classes.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. You know what, guys, starting this video, I'm gonna be doing a little bit something different for my intro. So hold on. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. What it is, what's up, what it is, what's up, what it is, what's up. Y'all, that just feels so me. So during the intro, that's what y'all gonna hear before I say hey y'all. So now that y'all just seen my little 1-2, welcome back to the channel. If you're a current subscriber, thank you for coming back watching my video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Tatiana and I am a nursing student. Yeah, let's get into this video. All right, so in this video I will be talking about how I prep for my first exam for my Surg 1 class. So I'm gonna post several clips throughout talking about, you know, everything that I did, but to help with those clips, because there's gonna be a couple of gaps in there, I'm gonna be filling in the gaps of what's going on. So yeah, so I will get right into the first little bit. Okay, so my last video talked about how I completed I don't even know how many hours, y'all, forgot. I think it was like 40 some hours of ATIs or something like that. But hold on, y'all, something in my eye. In my last video I talked about how I prepped for the second quarter of nursing school. So this particular this is for the third quarter, like I said, Surg 1. My biggest thing was I had to get those ATIs done, because those was like, it was gonna be like 2 and 3 done, needed to be turned in 1 week. And on top of me working, then on top of me having clinicals, and then on top of me having lectures, and then on top of me still having 2 other classes, it just wasn't logical for me to do it that way. It wasn't gonna set me up for the best academic success. So getting those done was my main priority. When I tell y'all, those first 2 weeks, like I said, the first 2 weeks of nursing school is always the hardest for me, because I'm doing everything I need to do so I can be ahead, so I can be organized. Your biggest thing while you're in nursing school is to be organized, because you're still gonna have clinicals and all this stuff. Because like for Surg alone, if I'm not mistaken, I have 120 hours of clinicals off the top, and my clinicals roll up on weekends and weekdays. So I have to, and then on top of that, we got clinical paperwork, and I will go into the clinical paperwork later. Yeah, that in itself is already a lot. But yeah, first things first, y'all. This here, let me get y'all to see how thick this book is. Like, let's be for real. See how thick this book is? Do you see how thick this book is? Beginning, when I first started nursing school, they gave us this big old box, this big old RN box. And it had all these ATIs in there. And y'all, it's bigger than fundamentals. This book is bigger than my fundamentals book in my little ATI package. Yeah, but needless to say, it helps going through the book and studying. My biggest thing was last quarter I did not incorporate me doing that many practice questions. I'm probably doing like 50 practice questions in a week, and I was doing I do 50 practice questions 4 times within the week. So that's like 200 questions. So I would do probably like if I do Monday, like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or I do like a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or I'll probably roll it over to the weekend if I didn't have clinicals. So like today I don't have clinicals, so I'm incorporating doing at least 50 practice questions. So within the week I'm doing 200 practice questions. You can use Pocket Nurse or Quizlet, because my biggest thing is learning how to properly answer NCLEX style questions, so I can be able to tackle on any question that's being thrown at me, and it's been proven beneficial. So yeah, doing practice questions, y'all, is gonna be our biggest thing. The biggest thing is gonna be practice questions. And also, when you're in lecture, jotting down the topics that's being talked about. If you have ATI assignments, correspond those ATI assignments with what you're gonna need to know for the exam, because that's gonna help you. Because yeah, it's gonna help you. If you're talking about the cardiovascular system, you need to be doing practice questions pertaining to the cardiovascular system. You need to know about the interventions, the the nurse interventions. You need to know about basically the diagnosis of it. What would you do for that patient in that type of diagnosis? How would you teach the patient in like a desired outcome? So yeah, because sometimes you'll get a case study and it'll have you look through the patient's chart, and if you're not understanding what's going on with the patient to begin with, it can be a little bit tricky for you to try to get the answer. So just be mindful of keeping up on your the patho of whatever diagnosis is going on with your patient, so you can be able to better understand what the outcome of that said diagnosis would be, or how you can help the patient or not help the patient, or tell the patient what to do, what not to do, so yeah. And 2, farm does not go away, y'all. Farm was one of my subjects that I was just like, I'm so ready to be done with this. It don't go away. Farm don't go away. It don't go away. So keep those. If you take some good pharmacology notes, keep them, because it comes back real bad in med surg. So, but it's not as like heavy surrounded around it by it, because at the end of the day, you still can use your drug guide, your drug handbook, or your drug cards that you used or whatever. But farm don't go away. So if you took good notes in farm, just keep it handy when you're in med surg, because you're going to need them. But on the topic of clinicals, I'm going to just insert like a little clip of me before on me doing this little clinical. We did like a Protea hospital thing, so I'll give you my before. I don't think I ever did after, but at least you can see what I was like before I did the Protea hospital, and then I can talk to you guys more about what I did. Hey y'all, so
we are, well, I am, well, my cohort, we are going to it's a clinical day for us. It's considered to be a pretend hospital type of thing. Don't know what that's gonna be about. Well, I think I kind of got an idea, but I'll let you guys know after, like, what my experience was with the pretend hospital. We're not supposed to be up there long today. Not as long as it's not gonna be a 12-hour clinical day. But nonetheless, I am excited. I think it's gonna be the first clinical days back since the start of the new quarter. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. This traffic though is something serious. Always leave out 30 minutes before it's time for your whatever clinical day that you have, so you can beat traffic and all of that, because you never know what may happen early in the morning. So yeah, because some people can't drive. I don't be understanding how some people even passed to even get their driver's license. Like, I don't know, y'all, but just always leave ahead of time so you can be on time, and you don't have to be rushing and stuff. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it right now. I'll come back to you guys probably when we go, like when we break for like lunch, and then I'll talk about what's going on. And then hey y'all, so today I am heading to clinicals. I'm on my med surg clinical rotation. Because I'm taking med surg 1 this quarter. So yeah, I'm looking forward to clinicals today. I feel like I got the majority of the stuff down packed. What I don't know, I'll just have to find out and look it up, find the answer. But my main thing is trying to absorb and try to learn as much as I can, so I can get better and better each clinical. So I'll give you guys a post conference of my clinicals and how I did on my clinical day, how I did on my S-bar, and things like that. Yeah, so this is me before clinicals, and then I'll get with you guys after I get done with clinicals. So I will see you guys after I get done with clinicals. Hey y'all, so this is me post clinicals. Clinicals went really well. Did good. My patient was a good patient. Let me see. I did learn some interesting things. Passed. Assisted with passing meds, giving meds. What else? I did quite a bit, and it was a busy day. It went by really fast. I'm just now getting in the shower, winding down and everything, because I do have to work tonight. So I'm gonna knock out some more practice questions. I'm gonna do 50 of them before I wind down, before I go to sleep, before it's time for me to go to work. So yeah, clinicals was one of those things where it's like, when you're getting up in the morning, you're like, oh, I gotta get up for clinicals, and then you gotta go to clinicals. Then it's like, okay, it's not that bad. It goes by fast. So it was a pretty good day all in all. Okay, now that you guys seen what I seen me in the beginning of the pretend hospital, basically all we really did was like with kids, we did like they had different stages, like triage, like the whole process, like triage, what they do in pre-triage, get them
get their vital signs, things like that. And then they go into the emergency room. And then when they go into the emergency room, they're getting diagnosed with having a toothpick in their stomach or something like that. So they're getting fake prepped for the surgery, and they're getting x-ray done, all those things done. And then on top of that, after all of that is done, they come to, you know, discharge and everything. So my portion was to basically tell them what the discharge process was, you know, in a kid-friendly way. I was just basically telling them, it's like one of the other upperclassmen mentioned like checking out of a hotel. So I was just telling them, hey, do you guys know what it was like to check out of a hotel? Of course they're gonna say yeah. So I was explaining to them discharge is kind of like that. So I was explaining to them, hey, this is did they get an x-ray done? And I'm just, you know, pretend calculating everything, y'all. And then when I would tell them the end, how much they have to pay, they're like, oh my God. Like, I think I told one kid like $80,000. That kid said, what? I don't have that much money. It was so funny. But yeah, it was a fun experience. But just seeing kids, like, you know, go see what it's like to kind of be like a patient, to see like, oh yeah, all of this is not free. Yeah, it ain't free. But also too, you don't necessarily have to pay at discharge. You can always pay later. But yeah, that was pretty much what my clinical day was like for that. But yeah, it was fun. It was a fun clinical day.
Like I said, I have been incorporating more practice questions on top of actually using some of the things from the ATI book and my textbook as well. So hopefully all of that, you know, is helping. I got a short day today, so I probably end up studying for about like an hour, maybe 2 hours at the most, and then I'm just gonna get some sleep, because when working nights and then going over to class in the morning, then going to nights, then morning, then it starts to kind of blur. And with test days, especially exam days, I want to make sure that I'm good to go. Yeah, one is always one of those exams I don't be so hard on myself about, is because it's the first exam. Not saying it's not important, but at the end of the day, I still have to, if I need to adjust some things, then I would do that. But I can't, you know, harp on if I don't do so well, because one thing about me, I'm not going to sit up here and fail, because I didn't fail any of my exams last quarter, so I'm not trying to do that this quarter. So we shall see, and hopefully the study materials that I've been studying is going to help me. But I will, you know, let you guys know, of course, how I've been studying for my exams and what the result of my studying is. Just be mindful of that. The way you're probably studying now is probably not the way you're going to be studying once you're in these nursing classes, because the way I study for my prerequisites is not at all of how the way that I study for my nursing classes. So just keep that in mind. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, so just be ready to change the way you study. But yeah, I will come back to you guys.
Exam was on the cardiovascular and the hematology. That's just consists of the coronary artery disease, hypertension, and coronary artery disease, and problems with oxygenation and perfusion. So we definitely needed to know a lot about how the heart works, how it pumps, how, you know, all that stuff we needed to know. it was, y'all, it was not as bad as I thought it was. I always going to like I always went into back med surg being like one of those classes that was like, oh, I'm gonna cry, like, but it wasn't that bad, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I really did, like, I put my heart and soul into studying. And I'm not gonna say you're gonna study hard and you're gonna always get the results that you want. It's just so happened like this time, like the way I organized myself, it really brought everything full circle to see like I really busted my ass for this. So for me to see the grade that I got, I was like, okay, I know what I need to really touch up on some more. And I figured that I need to touch up on more like dealing with the heart. So yeah, I put that on my little things. Like, always take notes on what you missed on the exam, so you can always go back and touch up on it, because I guarantee you it's probably gonna come back up again. So just if you know you need to focus a little bit more on how the actual heart works, like far as like right ventricle, left, all of that stuff, you should jot that down and be like, okay. Because me, I take notes. I like, if I mess up on something on the exam, I write notes. I'm like, notes. How was the test? I write down how I felt about the test, what the test, how I feel about it, what I feel like I need to touch up on, and my next goal for it. So I'm going to show you guys what I made on my first exam. My first med-surg exam. Yeah, it had like how to calculate MAP on there, everything dealing with the cardiovascular system, how it works, and I forgot like which way it's supposed to go. Like, I forgot, y'all. I kind of guesstimated, because I had a I'm not gonna lie, I had a practice question that said, I was like, oh, and then when it would like explain, I was like, oh yeah. Do those practice questions, you guys. Do your practice questions. Like I said, if you really don't know, you can always go to Quizlet and just be like cardiovascular, and then just take 10 questions, 20, and just get yourself familiar with it. And just, I'm not saying you need to do 50 questions out the gate, but I just do 50 within the span of 4 days. I'm just being realistic. I'm not about to tell y'all that I do practice questions every single day, because then I'm gonna be lying to y'all. I really don't. I do it probably every other day, but it's 7 days in a week. I'm doing 4. Then maybe next quarter I might do 5. But 4 is where I'm comfortable at and I'm gonna stick to. So you gotta do what's realistic for you. Basically 200 in a week is realistic for me. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna stick to. And now that I have more time studying, I'll be straight. So we'll see. We'll see how the next test goes. Like I said, I'm gonna definitely take you guys along with that. Because one thing about it, med-surg is really interesting. I thought I wasn't gonna like it. Like, med-surg is really, really interesting. Like, I can see why a lot of nurses get their experience in med-surg, because there's a lot that goes on in med-surg. So yeah, just definitely take your notes in med-surg, because you're definitely gonna need them again. Just, yeah. But this concludes the video, y'all. Don't forget, I am going to be doing a giveaway once I reach 300 subscribers. So don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to like. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate all my subscribers, and I can't wait to keep growing. I can't keep wait. I'm so tongue-tied. I can't wait to keep sharing like my experience on how nursing school is, because it was a time I didn't even think I was gonna be here, but look at your girl. I'm here, and yeah, I'm not gonna disappoint. I'm not gonna disappoint. But I will see you guys in the next video on how I'm gonna be preparing for my community health, my nursing research, and how I'm prepared for exam 2 for med-surg. And also, I think I have a clinicals coming up, so I will take you guys along with my clinicals as well. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.